One of the biggest misconceptions about female sexual desire is that for all of us, it's supposed to just be spontaneous, that it should just happen, that we should be ever ready for a sexy romp or a deliciously naughty escapade. And when, after a really stressful day at work and tending to the children, you just don't feel like making love with your partner, then there's something wrong with your libido. I call bullshit. There isn't anything wrong with your libido. In fact, you're perfectly normal. You see, for many women, the desire for sex is not spontaneous, it's responsive. Meaning, a lot of women, actually most, are in fact triggered by their environment and their thoughts, etc., to desire sexual intimacy rather than this spontaneous desire just popping up from nowhere. So a wonderful example would be the way in which many men feel a spontaneous desire for sex, wonderfully easily. Now they can go from a bad mood to a boner within seconds. Now many women, however, just don't operate the same way. We're a little bit more complex and we have a lot more response orientation. So that means that for a lot of women, in order to get that sexual fire burning, they need to go out and collect the wood to build the fire first. Now they need to actively engage in cultivating their own sense of relaxation, arousal and desire so that they can engage in sexually. Now imagine this, you get into bed, you're tired, you're thinking about all the stuff that you need to do tomorrow, you have kids' toys under your pillows and you haven't washed your hair in 5 days. Your partner, he leans in to kiss you and gives you that look. Now on a scale of 1 to 10, how turned on do you think that you're ready, or are you ready to board the pleasure train? Now what about this? Now you decide that tonight you are actually going to make love with your partner. You put the kids to bed a little bit earlier. You begin to do things that have a positive response on your desire for sexual intimacy. Meaning you might take a shower, you put on some sexy music, you light some candles, you do some erotic breathing. Whatever it takes for you to gather that wood for your own sexual arousal to catch a light. Then when you get into bed feeling pretty damn juicy, your partner lays their hand on your leg. My guess is they won't even need to give you that look. So how can we take a proactive approach to creating our own sexual desire and to kickstart that response system? Well, instead of blaming low libido and thinking it's just a lost cause, realizing that there are many different things that we can do to help activate our sexual energy is the very first step. The next is to actually do them. So here are a few of my absolute favorite ways to help inspire that sexual energy and kickstart that juiciness. It's a kind of a different type of foreplay. Number 1, wash it off. One of my favorite end of the day rituals is to take a nice long shower and wash the day off. Water is energetically clearing and it's incredible for helping you to de-stress and unwind. In the bath or in the shower, use your imagination and the power of intention and actively scrub the day away. Let the water wash it down the drain so you feel a sense of renewal when you get out. Now for extra points, taking the time to pamper your body with some yummy smelling moisturizer is a great way to connect back to your body and get less out of that head. Number 2, dancing. Now dancing is fantastic for tapping into that sexy feminine energy that resides in our hips and in our spine. Hitting play on a sensual song and taking a few minutes after your shower to undulate and to do some hip circles and to rub your hands over your body will begin to stir up that dormant sexual energy, I promise you. Pretend you're putting on a strip show for yourself and enjoy the way that your body moves and the way it feels to connect your hips into your belly. I know at first this may feel a little bit strange and awkward, but just go with it. Release your judgments. You need to get in touch back. You need to get in touch back with your body and out of your head if you want to activate that desire response. Number 3 is pelvic pleasure pulsing with my jade egg. Now many of you will know that I'm a total devotee to the jade egg. In fact, it's my number 1 tool for connecting to my sexy, sensual energy and creating more sexual vitality and pleasure. Now, when I'm feeling more domestic slave and less sex goddess, I hit my mat with my jade egg inside and begin my pelvic pleasure pulses and rocks. I also really love to do a succession of pulses and contractions. So pulsing and releasing for a full minute. Now this not only brings you back into your body and connects you to your sex center, but it will awaken your vaginal canal by creating much more blood flow and increasing her sensitivity to pleasure. Now this feels incredible and it really starts to activate all those sexy feelings. And it's great to do these frequently so that you keep that simmering sexy energy bubbling inside of you as you go about your week. Trust me, it will change your life. So they are just a few of my favorite solo pre-sex practices. Remember, you can do so much to reignite that sensual and sexual spark. So go out, collect the wood and start your own fire. Be proactive and prioritize your pleasure. Hit me up in the comments below with some of your favorite solo foreplay activities, and I will see you next week. For more information on the pelvic pleasure pulses and rock, you can check out the Jade Egg Journey on my website at www.tarao.com.au.